If you're a dietitian who just started accepting insurance and you are right now thinking, why does this feel harder than it needs to be? Congratulations, welcome. You are normal. Today, I'm breaking down the top 5 mistakes new insurance-based dietitians make, not to shame you, but to save you time, money, mental aggravation, and a shit ton of unnecessary spiraling. And if you've already made any of these mistakes, same, same. That's how I know. So today I wanted to talk about the top 5, and then I have a repeat series talking about another 5, right? So the first mistake is thinking that credentialing equals the same thing as contracting. Credentialing is the interview portion. I'm sorry, credentialing is the resume part where they're looking at your resume to make sure you're legit. Contracting is the actual interview where you have to go through the process to get vetted. This one gets everybody where you get something from the insurance company to sign and you think this is your actual contract. But the reality is that you do not want to start billing until you have an effective date that's signed and lets you know exactly when you can bill. And so if you're wondering, it takes anywhere from probably 3 to 5 months to get credentialed. So mistake number 2, and this is for more advanced dietitians as well, is thinking the quote of benefits you got is Bible, right? So insurance benefits are not a guarantee. I think the single best thing you can do, aside from buy my cheat sheet, is to learn the fundamentals of billing. So essentially, you don't even need to verify your patient's benefits, right? If you know how preventative benefits work for the 4 major insurance companies, you are golden because they're going to work the same way for each plan. So needing to verify benefits, waiting online for a bad, erroneous benefit check is not a good use of your time. Also, trusting what they told you was true, unfortunately, is not a good strategy. Mistake number 3, writing and doing your documentation for humans instead of the insurance companies. I understand you are a caring clinician, but insurance and the insurance companies do not care. They care about diagnoses, they care about medical necessity, and whether or not your note could survive an audit, right? Not whether it felt therapeutic to write your note. I saw somewhere in one Facebook page very recently, and I almost fucking shit myself, that a dietitian simply just wrote notes for herself. And when the patient wanted notes for a disability claim, she was really mad because she was writing notes for herself, right? Not for the insurance companies, not really for the patient. The patient has a right to their notes. And so you are essentially writing them to document that the visit happened, right? If you need help with documentation, head over to Reimbursement Dietitian, go to the store. We have a whole masterclass on documentation, but you are writing notes for insurance. You are not writing empathetic, caring notes for yourself. Mistake number 4, I talk about this a lot, taking insurance denials personally. Okay. Denials feel like rejection, and there is almost 100% chance that you will get an insurance rejection, basically a denial, in the first month of billing. Okay. But the reality is, a denial is not moral judgment. It's just basically a puzzle. And when I first started billing insurance in like 2007, 2008, I was literally writing the book for you guys to bill insurance. And what I was doing was basically trying to figure out why one claim would pay and the other would not. But I never took it personally. I never blamed insurance. I always took the accountability because I knew at the end of the day, the only way for me to get paid was to figure shit out, right? So I did not take it personally, but I took it professionally because I needed to get better, right? That was a sign that I sucked, and that was okay. So, mistake number four is taking denials personally instead of really looking internally and saying, okay, can I fix this? What can I do better? What is my responsibility in this denial? In mistake number five, I see this happen a ton, and this is like the saddest one for me, is waiting way too long to ask for help. As somebody who has been an entrepreneur for the last 20 years, probably for the first decade, there was nobody to ask for help, right? It was just me, myself, and maybe a handful of other dietitians billing insurance. Now, there are so many resources, both free and paid, several business coaches that just specialize in reimbursement. And I think the worst mentality anybody can have is I should not have to pay for these services, right? We should have been taught this shit in school. The fuck we should, right? You and me included. Like, do you know how many thousands of dollars of claims I have eaten to be here to teach you guys how to do it? And so this mistake and this fallacy that something is owed to us is an extremely poor mentality, and I can 100% guarantee if this is you and you are saying those things, you will continue to suck for the next eternity, right? And so you need to know to when to ask for help because struggling is now a choice, right? You choosing to struggle when somebody could help you, whether it's a colleague, whether it's your reimbursement rep, whether it's a paid coaching program, right? There are resources out there, right? And so if you choose to go this road alone, that is okay. But no, it is a very long, windy road that sometimes leads to nowhere because you get so frustrated that you give up, right? And so asking for help is not a sign of inferiority. And like I said, if there were the people that are available now, like, oh my God, I would have given like my left arm for any type of support. So having that, like that last mistake that asking for help means you're weak. No, actually asking for help means you're fucking smart, right? And there are so many people out there. I'm not trying to sell my services, but there are so many people out there now, which is incredible, that can help you. So, I'm not saying to ask for free advice, but there's so many other amazing dietitians billing insurance who could help you, likely paid, to move past these issues. And I can almost guarantee that whatever amount you put towards your education and help fixing these mistakes will yield you like 100 results down the road. So those are the top five mistakes I see you guys making. So number one, basically as a whole, thinking credentialing is the same thing as contracting and starting to build too quickly. Number two, trusting the quote you got as Bible. Number three, writing your notes for yourself in other empathetic humans instead of for the insurance companies. Number four, we all do, taking denials to heart. And number five, thinking that asking for help is a sign of weakness and inferiority, when in reality, it is actually probably one of the smartest things you can do. And it is the thing that will shorten the time horizon from where you are to where you want to be. So those are my top five. Stay tuned for next week because I have another five that are equally as important, more associated with billing. So if you're somebody who is struggling, know that I have made all of these mistakes. You are not alone. Let's just pay it forward. What's the biggest mistake you have ever made? Of those five, drop it in the comments below and let me know, like, it was probably was a flaming dumpster fire of shit, but like, how did you emerge from that to become a better practitioner, a better businesswoman, or better business guy? Let me know below. I'd love to know.